This, my friends, is the first election in Jamaica's history where a government can come to the people and say, here is a document of the things I have done in my 2 terms. See that? No matter how much of this document we give out, this booklet, people still want more. Now, 250 achievements documented here. Solid. And these are just some of our achievements. You notice the PNP don't even bother check it out. They don't even bother quarrel about it. They come out with a manifesto. What is a manifesto? A manifesto can't compare to this. This is what has been done and accomplished. A manifesto is a promise. It is a promise of what you intend to do. Now, politics, politics is also about promise. Some people want to hear, some people say, this is what you do already. They want to hear what you're going to do. However, we have been this road before. In 2011, I will never forget it. The Prime Minister after me, Portia Simpson, when she was then leader of the opposition, she promised the people, she said, when we win, we're going to take GCT off our electricity. How much people remember that promise? No, really. Some of you too young and maybe don't remember. But how many of you remember that? How many PNP people remember that? When we win, you're going to get Axkill and Curry Gold. How many of you remember that? When we win, you're going to get the Jeep. How many of you remember that? When we win, IMF deal in 2 weeks. How many of you remember promises? I want you to understand what is a promise. What is a promise? I don't mean to say so. But people want to hear promises because it gives them some comfort in what is going to happen in the future. But you, as the wise voter, have to figure out which promise you're going to take. Who you're going to take promise from? You're going to take promise from people who can deliver, who have never performed? Or are you going to take the commitment of someone who has delivered and continues to deliver and can show the evidence of...
With the lack of regulation in the funeral home sector came to public attention in 2014 when the funeral homes with contracts with the government for paupers' burials were not being paid. That is when the issue came to mind, or rather came to public attention. The reality is the sector is indeed lacking sufficient regulation. However, we have moved forward to bring the Ministry of National Security and indeed the Ministry of Health to form a working group to address this very issue. And there are many elements to it. One such element is the fact that the industry was operating without a proper public autopsy suite. This government, under Horace Chang's leadership at the Ministry of National Security, built the first public autopsy suite at a cost of $700 million, clearing one element that creates a significant backlog in this area. But lest we forget, the PNP has no credibility in the management of the health sector. Under Fenton Ferguson, every single Jamaican watching this debate tonight suffered the effects of Chick V. We suffered the effects of his failure to deal with vector management. Lest we forget that the then leader of the JMDA, your current spokesperson of the ministry related to health, said it was the worst management he had seen. He said doctors were using garbage bags. So people died because of the PNP's failure. Lest we forget.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samu.
You have to ask yourself, who forgot Westmoreland? If they had Westmoreland for so long, why is it that the infrastructure here is so neglected? Who forgot Westmoreland? If Westmoreland has been so loyal to the PNP, why has the PNP been disloyal and neglected Westmoreland? And so for all the PNP who are here with us, and I must tell you, the politics is so nice, that wherever we travel, the PNP travel with us. Welcome to all the PNP who are here. Welcome to our meeting. It is an important question that should be answered. You have a seat for so long, and then you can turn around and cause a fire station never built. when you had the seat for 50 years and no fire station bill? That is a question that all PNP supporters must ask PNP. This election is about two things: promise and performance. That's what it is about. You have to think whether or not you're going to vote for a promise or you're going to vote. We have been going around the country. This would be maybe the third or fourth time that we have done this. But we are doing it now in an intense way, because the message that we have to deliver cannot necessarily be delivered all the time through the media. We have to come to you directly and reason with you. And the tours that we have been doing are quite intense. We go to the communities. Some we are driving through and saying hello and waving, but others we are stopping. And in fact, we have several stops along the way where I address small audiences like this one. And I put my case to you as to why the government that I administer on your behalf should be given a third term. I don't take it for granted that because we have worked so hard as a government, which is undisputed, that we can produce a document like this, which I know you all have a copy of, which lists all our achievements, that these achievements would automatically be accepted as a basis on which you would cast your vote. Now, in any logical consideration, the Jamaica Labour Party's performance would be sufficient for our re-election. But that is not how democracies work. How democracies work is that you have a certain set of people that, regardless of the performance of the government, they are going to support the opposite position. Well, the truth is that it is important to have that as a balancing factor, to keep governments on its toe, to ensure that we don't take people for granted, and to ensure that even the holder of the highest office will find his way to even some of the most remote communities to come to you to say, I need your support. And not just to come and ask for your support, but to give you reasons why you should support the Jamaica Labour Party. And that is so important. That's the beauty of our democracy. Ultimately, you are my boss, and I steward, manage your affairs. And I must come to you, whether it is in Chester Castle, or in Orange Bay, or in the lovely town of Lucy, and account to you for my stewardship of your affairs, and place myself at the mercy of your decisions. That is democracy. And so our campaign, yes, it will have fancy ads, and yes, there will be debates and the like, but ultimately, an election is won hand to hand. When you go house to house, community by community, you hear the problems, you hear the concerns, you can express yourself to the elector. And so this meeting symbolizes this element of our campaign, coming to you where you are and bringing our case to you.
Talk to us, what's happening today?
Well, today we decide to take action. We don't talk about things. I have been making strong representation at all levels, and nothing seems to be happening. We are hampered by the misrepresentation of the Member of Parliament. We can't access the Spark program. I don't know what's going on with it, so I'm taking things in my own hands. We are going to be fixing the roads in the constituency as best as we can, and to alleviate the real issue, the real problem that the people faces with our roads.
We're on a mission to lift up our communities. Jamaica Labour Party building shared prosperity. No, we never said that it would happen overnight. Still we laid the foundation.
Action, not a bagamout.
We pledge our hearts to uphold our part. We've been going strong and we're just getting started.
You know, my constituencies say to me, whenever I go around and interview them, they said to me, boy, your work, MP. We see the work. You're putting in the work. We see your presence and you're doing the work. And they are seeing the radical changes in the constituency. They are actually experiencing and seeing the underground improvement across various sectors of the constituency, whether it be housing, whether it be roads, whether it be general infrastructure, for example, zinc fence removal, replacing it with concrete structures, social housing, education, assisting the young people to go back to school, the training of our young men, the reduction in unemployment. More of our young people, more of our people are going out to work. So there's a buzz, in my view, there's a buzz that, look here, we're heading somewhere. And so I'm in a good position, I'm feeling good. I have a track record, you know, and I think the people have seen it and they're watching and they know that in fact, the representation, and I'm blowing my, tooting my own horn here, and the representation is good, and they know that there's more to come.
All right, so we are in the second installment of a 5-year Barwin's Memorial Scholarship, 500 million a year. This year we're bringing on 151 new students, 280 million, many years of healthcare, and of course last year we did a lot more, so it's a rolling amount. And
let's welcome the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness. Who was the champion? Andrew. Who was the big man? Andrew. Who run the island? Andrew. Who got the best plan? Andrew. Who had the champion? Andrew. Who was the big man? Andrew. Who run the island? Andrew. Who got the best plan? Andrew. Labour right, we ready now. Who was the big man? Andrew. Who run the island? Andrew. Who got the best plan? Andrew. Labour right, we ready.
Hello guys. How are you? And welcome to Auntie Yami channel, the channel where you are going to get organic news and politics around the world. But now it's about Jamaican politics. As you know, or if you don't know, Jamaica will be going to the poll on 3rd of September. So Auntie Yami has decided to continue reminding you Jamaicans that the only government that will change Jamaica, that will change your lives, that will change the future of your youths, that will transform all Jamaicans, that will promote tourism, is JLP, with the leadership of Andrew Holness. Thank you very much for your love and support. Thank you, Jamaicans, wherever you are, in diaspora, and even in Jamaica, for your love. And even each and everyone out there, my African brothers and sisters who are supporting this channel, I really appreciate. I will include you there because you are supporting your sister, your auntie, you name it. Oh, Jamaicans, your love is too much. Sometimes I'm like having sleepless nights because I've never seen nice people like you, Jamaicans. And because of that, I want that to continue. This election is something where the whole world is watching, Jamaicans. It's not only you, because you don't want the world to laugh at you, saying that, why is it that They were blind. They did not see the government that is coming. Look at the promises. Remember, PNP, broken promises. They've been promising you, telling you that Mark Gordon will outline tax threshold, funding plan, every budget debate. They've been talking about it. I laughed last night because they've changed the tone. Promises without conclusive meaning. They said last night, get the money the same place. The funding the same place. The same place. Everything was the same place. Can you elaborate which place is that? The same place. Jamaicans, be careful. Because that manifesto, doing more for you, Labour is telling you, doing more, we are going to do more for you Jamaicans. Because already their manifesto is focusing about 2016, the time they took over government. Then they shifted to 2020, what they promised you in 2016. Then it's talking about the present. Because you know what? They are doing more for you. They've done a lot. A lot. So far I counted 250 achievements. Jamaicans, remember, Jamaica is a small country, small island, but 240 achievements. Go and check other governments. Ask them how many achievements they've fulfilled so far. Then someone is still coming and challenge Auntie Yami. Auntie Yami, you don't have a vision. Auntie Yami, you don't know what is happening. Oh my Lord, this, oh this. 240 achievements. It's not promises, it's the present. We are talking about the present. You know me, I like talking about the present. But this manifesto has outshined every manifesto there. Because this manifesto took us back to the past, where they started, under 2020, then telling us what they are going to do the coming 5 years, and even explaining to us how it's going to be funded. And most of those projects, they've recovered the funding already. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. You know, Auntie Yami can talk for the whole Jamaica. Because this is becoming very interesting. I've never seen a party like this one in my life. I've never come across a prime minister who will fulfill, who will make sure that he's delivering for his people in both sectors. There are countries out there, they've got gold, they've got oil, they are rich, they've got gold reserves, but ask them if they fulfilled their achievement, their vision within 9 years. And how many achievements so far? You cry, Jamaicans. This is what some of you are going to do if you make a mistake voting the wrong type of leader who is there to share you false promises. you will regret. That spirit will haunt you forever. Because what are you gonna get? Past. Going back to the past. They'll be telling you about how we ruled, the problem was this. They'll be talking about problems. Look at some of the constituencies where PNP has been ruling. There's completely nothing. Jamaicans, I'm not there. You are right. But I can see. Nowadays, you don't need to be there because technology is updated. We are living in 21st century, Jamaicans. You cannot miss anything. Jamaicans, do you believe that Mark Gordon is gonna rescue Jamaica? No way. He's going to destroy Jamaica. Why am I saying this? It's because what he's promising you is nothing. Because each and every question they are being asked, they cannot give you a concrete answer. Rather than going straight, they are trying to divert. While the straight road is just there. Who does that, Jamaicans? Think twice. Because you've got your son, the son of the soil, Jamaica, who knows what you are lacking. Who knows, and he knows what to do. What is right for Jamaicans. He doesn't choose either old, young, women, men, PNP. It doesn't choose. You've never seen any JLP supporter making any face. That means that the Prime Minister Andrew Holness is the Prime Minister of love. He preaches oneness and unity. This is the right way of running a country. Don't destroy Jamaica by listening to false promises. All that glitters is not gold. I always remind you, be careful. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's easy to write a manifesto with promises. And it takes a bit of time to write a genuine manifesto, because you have to start from where you started and how you delivered, then how you delivered again, now on how you are going to deliver. Past, present, and future. This is about JLP with the leadership of Andrew Holness. Listen carefully, Jamaicans. This time is not about Auntie Yami keeping on reminding you, but it's about Auntie Yami telling you the truth and explaining to you why I'm here talking about JLP. I'm here. I don't know anyone from JLP unless if I go to the groups and just submit my content there so that I can spread this news to some of you who doesn't understand. I'm doing this because I will always support any government out there which is delivering to its people. The world is suffering because of leaders who doesn't understand, who doesn't care about their people. But you Jamaicans, you are so lucky because you've got a leader who thinks about you, who believes in you Jamaicans, who knows what to provide to you Jamaicans. So why are you not making that decision? On 3rd of September, Jamaicans, wake up in the morning, go there and vote for JLP, because what you are going to do is vote for the future, vote for progress, vote for performance. This is just not words coming from my mouth, but I know where I'm coming from, because it takes energy to come out here and support a party which you've never been in that country. It takes energy. It's not all that easy, but we always do that. As a blogger, I'm entitled to talk about each and every country. And I'm not here to be negative about anyone. But what I'm saying, my focus is on the progress. What is this party doing? They are delivering. What is this Prime Minister Andrew Holness doing? He is there, waking up each and every morning. Sleepless nights. Even before the election, this Prime Minister has been hands-on working for Jamaicans, making sure that there is progress, making sure that he fulfills his promises.
I may the glory of God guide and protect you in everything you are doing.
This is what it's all about.
Before the Almighty, my brother.
So why are you delaying? I know some of you, you've changed your mind because you know what I'm saying is the truth. I know some of you to date you are undecided, but believe me or not, for the better of Jamaica, choose Jamaica. Choose Labour, JLP. Choose Andrew Holness. Because those false promises, they will destroy each and every family. They'll destroy the future of those youths. And this is reality. Let's continue listening to some of the videos as we continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share, Jamaicans. Thank you very much for your love and support as usual. And thank you very much to all my subscribers, both returning and new subscribers. You are welcome to Auntie's channel. I'm your auntie. Support, support, support. And watch this video from the beginning till the end, because you are going to be informed a lot about what is happening. And this is the way of you making the right decision and the right choice.
In 72, when the PNP led us down a path that totally wiped out our middle class, totally wiped out our economy, and we had to build it back. This is a local government election. I should not have to be on this platform. I should not have to be going around the country. But such man, in his power hungriness, is trying to get his hands on the economy that we have built. I will not allow that to happen. The PNP must never touch the economy that we have built. Never. There are many young people in this audience who will not immediately get the message. But those who are a little bit more in age will understand this message, that we cannot allow the PNP to ever get hold of the economy of this country again after we have set it right. Never. I want you to understand what is at stake here. You see them run come out and I make all kind of promise. Them want to spend off the money that them never make. Them want to spend off the money from the economy that we have sacrificed and did. And if you let them do it, they understand nothing about managing an economy. They cannot handle the politics of the country because within their own party, the forces of spending carelessly are very strong. Any expenditure that we do must not increase debt, must not increase taxes, must not imperil our balance of payment and our resources. And we have managed to do that well so far. Keep our exchange rate stable and keep our reserves stable. PMP don't have no clue about that. We are at this point now where you have a leader that understands both sides of the philosophical outlook of our two political ideologies. We are the government that puts people first meaningfully by creating an economy that generates the cash to actually put you first. And we have done that over and over and over again. Over and over and over again.
That is a sure thing. From birth to growth, that is a sure thing.
We do so much already, now we doing more. We doing Jamaica Labour Party, yes, we doing more. For you, JLP doing more. For you, JLP doing more. Let's we go above and beyond for Jamaica, 'cause we are great and strong. We work to grow our nation. Prosperity is our plan. We're building a better tomorrow. So come on, sister.
Come out, come vote for the Labour Party. And the best thing that. Come out, come vote for the Labour Party. Because from me know myself, I never see anything like this. Andrew Holness are the best thing. Right? And all the people who follow Andrew Holness are the best thing. Because we are sight the light. You understand? Shower every time.
I may the glory of God guide and protect you in everything you are moving. You put it before the Almighty, my brother.
Five-term councillor Cherio, baby, sending a message to Bunting. He must get a meeting. In Chairman is Grove Town. In Chairman is Newport. Five-term councillor sending a message to Peter Bunting. He must get a meeting.
We must be guided by Psalms 19 verse 14. Let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight. Oh.
Try to use the example. My friend Irfan Ali, president of Guyana, had CARICOM said to me, I saw what you said. Which what I said was that if you were to compare Jamaica and Guyana, Guyana is doing the same thing. Guyana is taking dividends from the oil windfall, and they're literally just doing conditional cash transfer. They're giving transfers to people for their CXCs and CSEC examinations. They're giving cash transfers to households. Because genuinely that should happen. If the country is earning, the country shouldn't keep everything in its central bank account. It should put it in household accounts and let households enjoy it, which is what we're saying. But I said to an audience, so Guyana discovered oil and they are able to do this. What did we discover to get this additional revenue to do all of these things? Tell me, what was it that we discovered? What you discovered was good economic management.
I remember when you said that.
Good economic management can yam.
Yeah.
It can drink. It has value. Pay attention to it. Vote for it. Because every developed country has recognized that. It's the economy.
That's right.
And that is what I've dedicated my last 9 years doing. Ensuring that the economy stays on track. It is not easy. Every MP who goes into their constituency, somebody says, see the road, I don't have water, demonstrations. threatening that they're not going to vote. What do you think happened? They come back to me and they say, Prime Minister, if you don't do this, the people are going to rebel and they're not. And it is that political pressure that the people believe is in their interest that creates the dynamic that got us into the rut that we fell into for the last 50 years. So it does take, so people look at my job and they have no clue of what it takes to be able to withstand that and still go and face the people and say, listen, we have sacrificed long and hard. Civil servants have had to.
The land of my birth. I say, this is Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of my birth. I will never leave our shore.
I love the neighborhoods who are gathered here. I love the PNP who are gathered here.
Jamaicans, vote wisely. Choose Jamaica. This is the general election. Decision is in your hands. If you love promises without concrete evidence, then vote PNP. If you love performance, change, and achievements, then green is in the house. Vote for JLP with the leadership of Andrew Holness, Jamaicans. Achievements, performance, and vision for Jamaica. Because look at the roads, water, housing, unemployment, law. Unemployment has been reduced. Poverty gone down. What about policing? Jamaicans, I can explain this each and every day. You know yourself that I keep on reminding you each and every day. Because they are telling you that whatever they promised in their manifesto, they'll get the funding at the same place. Everything is same place. And that's the same person might be who had impact on that manifesto. Same place, same place. Do you want to be at the same place, Jamaicans? Do you want to vote for the same place? Those are false promises. They don't have anything to back up those lies because they are used to that. Hey, Jamaicans. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has built Jamaica. Water infrastructure at Westmoreland. And the people from Westmoreland, you deserve it. Is coming. He's doing it. It's in this future plan. And all the funds are already available. 250 achievements so far. How am I gonna be counting all those achievements? And some of you don't even see. PNP has history of making promises and not fulfilling. I said it and I'm repeating. Be careful. Vote for a party based on achievement. Do you know how they are getting stuck in all the issues? You don't understand. But there are PNP supporters out there, news people, the press, who are thinking that, oh, PNP won the debate, PNP this. Don't listen to that. Listen to performance and achievement. Listen to reality. Don't be cheated. Listen to reality. Listen, Jamaica, because the decision is in your hands. It's not me, but I'm gonna still remind you about JLP achievements. I'll just briefly remind you, because some of you need to be reminded. Why am I doing this? I have to remind you. This time is the time of campaign. This time is the time to change people who doesn't understand. People who are coming and ask me, what have they done so far? Economic and social progress. Record raw unemployment. I said it. The unemployment rate has plummeted from 13%. Listen, you who has been asking me every time, coming there on my comment section and comment negativity, because you are not listening. You need to be watching. That's why I always remind people to watch these videos from the beginning until the end. Don't skip the ads. From minus 13% in 2016 to a record of 3.3% as of July 2025. Historic poverty reduction. Poverty dropped from around 17.1% in 2016 to just 8.2 by 2023. That was 2023. The lowest rate since poverty data collection began in 1989. Strongest economy since independence. PM Holness assessed the JLP has delivered the strongest economic performance Jamaica has ever seen since 1962. Security and crime. Murders down more than 40%, hitting the lowest level in 30 years. In 2024, specifically, serious crimes fell by 14% and homicides by 18%. Modernized security measures. Implementation of zones of special operations, which is ZOSOs in shortcut. Enhanced police reforms, boosted intelligence, and anti-gang operation have all contributed to improved national security. Social welfare and infrastructure. Healthcare upgrades. The health budget soared from Jamaican dollar 60 billion in 2016 to Jamaican dollar 140 billion in 2024. USD 250 million invested in 6 major hospital upgrades, delivering 30 new operating theaters, 500 beds, and advanced diagnostic equipment. Expansion of the National Health Fund, now serving over 3 million subsidized prescriptions annually. Modernization of community health centers and digital patient record systems. Social assistance growth. Path benefits increased by minus 8.5% in 2022. The social pension program expanded from 6,200 beneficiaries in 2021 over 11,700 elderly Jamaicans by the end of 2023. Entrepreneurship support expanded. Grants grew from Jamaican dollar 44.5 million to Jamaican dollar 69.4 million. The electronic labor exchange saw a 61% increase in job vacancies since 2021, indicating an improving jobs market. What about fiscal policy and cost of living relief? Tax and income benefits. The income tax threshold has been raised multiple times, reducing financial burden. Student loan reforms include no guarantor requirement, plus a Jamaican 60,000 grant to 4,200 low-income applicants. Introduced an employment insurance and reverse tax credit of Jamaican dollar 20,000 for over 500,000 Jamaicans. Estate investments includes US dollar 2.6 billion for 100 new school buses. Cost of living relief, November 2024. Announced reduction of electricity, GCT from 15% to 7% with rebate system for low usage households. Forgiveness of water debts for pensioners and low-income path beneficiaries. 50% discount for reconnection. Waived fees for craft vendors and wrote off outstanding rents in government markets. Transparency and accountability and access. Public access to achievements. The JLP produced and distributed a booklet detailed 256 achievements across sectors nationwide. This is all about Jamaican Labour Party. Some of you are very confused. I don't know how I can convince you. I don't know how you can understand, because some of you are used to a sinking boat. You don't even see that boat is sinking. You don't have that sense. The vision is disappeared. You need hearing aid, but you cannot even hear proper with even hearing aid. How am I going to explain to you? Because it's nothing for me to come to Jamaica and see. It's about what has happened so far. What has JLP with the leadership of Andrew Holness done so far? And what is happening in the future? What will happen? Maybe I have to put that because it's a future tense. In future. That 5 years, a lot will happen. If they managed to fulfill all these 260 achievements only in 9 years, and Jamaica being a small island, what about the 5 years to come? You need to understand, sometimes have patience, Jamaicans. You cannot judge anyone because of one fate. That hasn't happened. Rome wasn't built in a day. Jamaica cannot be built in a day. You need time. And also, also, sometimes I believe some of the people who are lazy people, their demand is very high because they cannot work into development or progress. They are waiting to be fed every time, like toddlers. They want to be spoon-fed. They want to be fed with a feeding bottle, with formula milk, like babies. That's why they use their mouth, their mind, behave like a baby, a newborn baby, to point fingers on the leadership, which is excellent. The leadership of Andrew Holness, which is delivering to Jamaicans. Not only him, they'll bring all those lies. Talk about, oh, he's like this, he's a corrupt leader. No. No evidence. That is inconclusive. No evidence. It's just jealousy, bad mind people will never change because they are so hungry, Jamaicans. If you are hungry for leadership, the only way you have to do it is by telling lies, by bringing all those grammars. And you know, those type of people, they'll bring the grammar, which is going to have like words where people, they'll believe. It's only lazy people who will believe. People without wisdom will believe. People who are liars. But people like Jamaicans who knows the reality, Jamaicans who are there to support their government, understands. Whenever they see buses, those buses are helping them to save a lot because previously they used to use taxis. Those buses have helped their children to wake up in the morning, not early in the morning, to get to school. Those buses have helped Jamaicans who used to go and work somewhere rather than travel within 30 minutes. Now they are traveling within 5 minutes. Just because of Jamaican Labour Party. Because of the leadership of Andrew Holness. But they are using those buses. And they are celebrating when they are there because they are saving. But up to now, they are pretending as if they don't enjoy it. Those are the people who are very difficult to understand. They will understand when the axe is already on their head. They want to run away. Even if you tell them, run away. There's a lion there, run away. Escape. No. They'll wait until they see. Those are the people we are dealing with in this society. There will be always one person like that, Jamaicans, who will be convinced when everything is done, when everyone has disappeared. Jamaicans, decision is in your hands. If you believe that what I'm saying is reality and so far you haven't made your decision, just comment down there and tell me that your vote now is for JLP and Andrew Holness. Because in you, what you need is performance and achievements. And already you know what Andrew Holness will do for your constituency, your area, and vote for those candidates, JLP candidate. Why would you vote again and again for those MPs who were there just because that area, since you was born, it was PNP, but they are not doing anything? vote for new JLP candidate so that your area can change. We want to come there and come to that area without any problems. Jamaicans, decision is in your hands. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share as we continue to give it a bit of dance. You know, green is always about celebrating. We celebrate progress. We celebrate achievements. We celebrate achievements. Once again, we celebrate water, roads. We celebrate unemployment rate down. We celebrate each and everything. Small business loans. Oh my God, housing, everything. Thank you very much. God bless you abundantly. Ciao, ciao. Bye.
In the land where the sun kisses the sea, Jamaica, oh Jamaica, you set my spirit free. Golden beaches calling, waves dancing in delight. Your beauty is a melody from morning till night. Oh, reggae rhythm sway under palm tree shades. Every heartbeat echoes as sweet laughter parades. Thank you for the colors that paint the sky so bright. Jamaica, my heart sings under your starlit